Hey everyone, You Eat the Burger here, and today Bungie just dropped a weapon tuning preview for Season 20 with the release of Lightfall. As we all knew, legendary linear rifles were getting nerfs. They're going to nerf all legendary linears by 15% damage to champions, mini-bosses, bosses, and vehicles. Exotics will not be touched. Heavy grenade launchers are finally getting buffed. They're getting an increase to damage to champions, mini-bosses, bosses, and vehicles by 20%, and for miners 40%. They have improved projectile collision, making it easier to land hits, and increased blast radius by 1 meter. Parasite won't be affected because, it's pretty strong still. Kinetic weapons will be getting a damage multiplier buff. Primaries from 1.05 to 1.1, and specials from 1.05 to 1.15. Station weapons in the kinetic slot will no longer have the 5% damage bonus versus unshielded targets in PvE, as well as the new kinetic damage type perk coming in Lightfall. Some exotic weapons will also be tuned as well. Starting with Queensbreaker, shots will now chain to nearby enemies using Arc 3.0 blind. Ruinous Effigy will now suppress when you use the slam attack with the Transmutation Sphere. Leviathan's Breath, after 2 years of being released, is finally getting its major buff. It will now apply Volatile on perfect draw impacts, increase damage from 396 to 442 in PvP, and got a 30% damage buff against champions. Moving on to solar weapons, 1000 Voices will now proc Scorch with each explosion, Sunshot Explosion on kill applies Scorch, and Polaris Lance's perfect 5th perk now applies Scorch instead of its own custom burn. Two-Tailed Fox Solar Rocket applies Scorch instead of its custom burn, and they even hinted that the Catalyst completes the trifecta, possibly getting a jolt on its Catalyst whenever it releases. Prometheus lenses will now also have incandescence, so it's now even more satisfying to use. Grand Overchill will switch to the Arc Blind. Strand will now work with Osmosis and Elemental Capacitor, as it gives plus 20 airborne effectiveness and plus 25 for the enhanced. Rewind rounds will now not be exclusive to Vault of Glass weapons anymore, as when Lightfall comes out, new weapons will obtain. Eager Edge was apparently bugged, as it would deactivate when too fast. It will now deactivate after a single melee swing, reduced its base and airborne lunge with the enhanced version, increasing it back to its original. Finally, Vice Stinger origin trait will be nerfed as of Lightfall. Instead of the full reload it gives, it now only reloads 25% of the magazine. These are the weapon previews heading into Lightfall. What are you excited about? Let me know down in the comments section. I'm definitely most excited about Leviathan's Breath getting a major buff after 2 expansions of release. Have a great day, bye!